You're right, great, whoever you are. I've got to do this. Come on. Come on, big fella. It's for your own good.
Hey! What do you think you're doing? Hey?
Charges of trespass and criminal damage. That's a good night's work.
Relax, Regan. With that delousing stuff on them, the rams can't be slaughtered for 42 days.
I know what backlining is.
So what's the problem?
The cops are going to think the drovers are a bunch of criminals. They're not going to believe a word we say now.
I didn't tell the cops I was from drovers.
Look, it's all right for you to waltz in here and do all these crazy things, but it's not your livelihood that's on the line here.
Bloody hell, Regan. I'm on your side, remember? If I didn't care, would I be in here getting my ass hauled into the lockup?
I'm sorry, you're right.
Apology accepted. Now let's go bag us some rustlers.
G'day.
Don't stop because of me. You got work to do.
Did you come about that drink? I got some beers in the house.
Maybe. I need to ask a favour.
All right.
How would you feel about lending us some fat lambs? We're trying to snare ourselves some sheep rustlers.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get them back, I promise.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks. We might need to borrow Riley too. We'll need him to hook our fish.
I don't know what it is you're up to, but it sounds like fun.
Will be, if it works.
And we can share that drink after.
I don't know.
Well, what about the wedding? You sticking around for that?
You'll be too busy looking after the groom.
Not the way it's going at the moment.
Thanks for this.
No worries. That'll be enough lambs for your sting.
Yeah, plenty, I reckon.
Good-o. That's one problem solved. Mrs. Ryan?
Not yet, I'm not. And which reminds me, Katie's on the warpath about the wedding. She's got a million questions.
Yeah.
Hey, Marcus. Job going as best man at my wedding. You want it?
So I only get a look in now that Nick can't make it. Making me feel real special, mate.
Nicely handled.
Oh. You right?
Yeah. Let's just hope that Riley does a good job setting the bait.
You got a bit of a lice problem here, mate.
Yeah, something like that. Stuffed me right up.
I work over at Killarney. Maybe I can help you out.
What sort of help?
Oh, we got some fat lambs fresh for the picking. You interested?
Could be. The price is right. Kalani, you reckon?
I reckon go to Henderson's, then Armstrong's, and then I'll do the Davies on your way back.
Good morning. Hi, Phil.
Patrick.
How are you, Moira?
I'll be with you in a sec, Phil. I just need to sort something out with Patrick.
No, we're pretty much done. I'll check you guys later. What was that about?
Nothing.
Have you changed your mind?
No, not at all. It's just that, I'd rather people didn't know about us, that's all. Phil, I live in a house full of women. I don't want every aspect of our life dissected over breakfast. Not at this stage of things.
Well, it sounds to me like you're ashamed.
Well, not everyone has the same opinion of you as I do.
Well, I'm not sneaking around like a teenager. If you want a grown-up relationship, you give me a call.
Hey there, pretty girl.
Ah, the guy with lots of experience.
Hoped I might find you here. I heard there's a job going at a place called Killarney.
Really?
Yeah.
Patrick never said anything to me.
Well, if you've got a second, I wouldn't mind picking your brain about it.
Sure.
Really?
Riley just called. Reckons he almost had Bob drooling when he told him about the lambs.
Well, that's a good start. So, Kate, you'll be right to hold the fort while we do this?
Yeah, it's all under control. Stevie, about the wedding, do you think Alex might be available so we can just lock a few things down?
Kate, I really can't think about anything else but the rounds right now.
Yeah, I know. It's just that most people take at least a year to plan a wedding, so...
Well, most people probably want something more fancy than I do.
It's not about fancy. It's about things like you haven't even booked a dressmaker and you're going to need at least 3 fittings, so we kind of have to get onto this.
Yeah, and if the farm goes down the gurgler, I'll be wearing a hessian sack, because that's all I'll be able to afford. Like, look, maybe what you want for your wedding and what I want for my wedding are just 2 totally different things.
Yeah, fine. Don't worry about it.
Hey, has anyone seen Grace? The new fuel tank's come in. I've got to get the ute up on the hoist. This is about Dave, isn't it? I think you better come with me.
These actually work.
Only if you keep them on. Do you still love him, Kate?
Yes. If I didn't, I think it would make things a lot easier.
Good. Then there's something worth fighting for. Peas.
It's just, not at all how I thought it would be, you know?
Yeah, well, you had Dave on such a pedestal. What you're getting now is a taste of reality. It's not always smooth sailing. You're going to find out things you didn't know about each other. Things that might annoy the hell out of you. It's all part of the risk you take.
Taking the good with the bad.
You've got to ask yourself, how do the things I like stack up against the things I don't like?
Like a pros and cons list.
Yes. Ask yourself, do I still love him? Does that outweigh the rest of it? Have I given it enough of a chance? Am I brave enough to make the decision that I know is right?
Yeah, Kalani produces top quality stock. Place is pretty high tech.
We got some cash by the sounds of it.
I could put a word in for you. We're neighbours, so we're pretty tight.
Oh, I couldn't ask you to do that.
No. No worries. You could end up a neighbour too. Kalani and Drovers hang out a lot together.
So, when you say
We have some
high-tech...
pretty wild times too, believe me. We're not just boring farm girls. Yesterday, we had a paddock full of rams stolen. They got rebranded and ended up at the Budgeter Meatworks.
Really?
We've set up a sting to catch the guys who did it.
The Budgeter Meatworks, did you say?
Yeah. Why?
Well, a guy I was talking to about a job said the same thing happened to him. He said the cops caught the guys who did it, though.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I should call the others.
Well, guess it's a waste of time trying to catch the blokes now.
Yeah. Thanks. Maybe I could buy you a drink sometime. Say a proper thank you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Cops said it was crap. No one's been arrested.
What? But he told me, definitely.
Well, who was this guy?
He was just some guy looking for work.
What was his name? Where was he from?
I don't know.
Well, why lie about something like that? It doesn't make sense.
It does if he's the rustler.
There were heaps of questions too about Kalani, like where the paddocks were.
Well, he could be there now.
That's great. We'd better move. I know a shortcut on horseback.
I'm in. All right, well, I'll take the ute.
See you there.